So I decided I'm going to take a couple of weeks here and try to refocus the business. I'm going to be moving my office up to my house. I've had an office down in the valley in Saratoga for the last 15 years. And, the rent's a couple grand a month, and I decided, I need to nip that one in the bud. So I have decided that I'm going to convert my cabin, which there's actually two spaces there. There's the apartment and then there's the cabin. And I've had probably a dozen or more people living in the cabin over the years. One guy lived there for over 10 years, and I've had a number of people, usually people that need a place to stay or are in trouble financially or whatever. I've never charged anybody rent for the cabin, but it's been occupied most of the time. Well, there's nobody in there right now, and I've made the decision to get rid of all the furniture that's in there and get rid of the bed, get rid of everything. I'm going to take all the furniture from my office, I'm going to reconfigure and save myself a couple of grand a month. At the same time, Jorge has come up and he's been helping me. We're going through all of the old, I hate to say dead chainsaws, but I've got a mountain of chainsaws that need work. Some of them are in better condition than others. Some of them need a complete new piston and cylinder. But I think I've got about 40 or 50 saws that need attention. After 50 years in business, you build up quite a collection of old, dead equipment. But we were able to resurrect some of it. So here, come check it out. I think you'll like this. Check it out. Look at all these old saws. Some of them really need a lot of help. Some of them I was able to put back together. Jorge and I worked on these saws for a couple of days, and we were able to pull quite a few of them back together. Some of them just had little things wrong with them. Look at all those old pull-ins. When I first started the business, pull-in was the saw to have, and I probably went through 100 pull-in chainsaws. We're going through a whole bunch of old saws, and some of these saws have got different problems. This one right here started up, but it was really running funny, and we looked at it all closely and we realized that little nut right there was loose, so they was sucking air through the carburetor. Now when you're trying to resurrect an old saw or any old gas tool, I always go check the carburetor and see if it's got any kind of a fuel leak. A lot of times the fuel lines get cracked, sucks air, and there's generally a fairly simple problem. So I did set up a little station here, and I built this little bench here. I've got a spot for my electric tools, my electric blowers, and I can plug those in. I've sorted through all the saws, and I've got them all organized, and all the saws that are underneath and on the bench, every one of these now runs, and the ones that are off to the left need help. So this is my saw workshop. I've got all kinds of stuff going, and here's where I'm putting my new office. Got a little kitchen in here. I've got a little bathroom. It's old, it's pretty archaic, but hey, it's totally functional. And this back room here was a bedroom, but now it's got a wood stove. It's got a deck with a beautiful view, and that's my office space. So my plan is to bring in the white furniture that I've got from my other office, and I've got countertops. It's a chainsaw. This is my old office, which I still am paying rent for until the end of the month. I should have shown you pictures when it was nice and neat and organized, but it was a great space for about 15 years. I actually built this office. It's a property that had this old abandoned derelict cabin that I put back together. And I spent a lot of money rebuilding this place. It's got a bathroom. It's got back office here. Unfortunately, I've been moving stuff, so it's kind of a mess right now. That was my own personal space in this office here. Did a lot of really creative stuff in this room. Beautiful artwork on the walls. And I've got a back room that was my veneer room. I'm taking it all down. Here's my new space, my cabin, up on the mountain. This is where I'm going to put that white furniture you just saw. Just like that, it's in place. So I'm not doing any more tree jobs this week. I'm getting the new office in place. Wish me luck.